Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers and updates tease that Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, could find herself in a surprising romantic entanglement soon. Following a tumultuous turn of events in her life, she might seek solace in an unexpected man. So let's explore what lies ahead. GA fans are aware that Nina's bond with Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, is quite delicate. Although Willow has begun to trust and care for Nina, her mother is hiding some significant truths from her. For instance, Willow remains oblivious to the fact that Nina and Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, were involved romantically just as Drew was developing feelings for her. This hidden truth is bound to come to light eventually. Additionally, it was Nina who orchestrated the plan to drug Drew, which led to his wild night with Jacinda, Paige Herschel. With Drew's scandal looming over him in the custody battle, Nina's choices could jeopardize Willow's chances of keeping her children. Eventually, Willow will learn of the shocking truths and may turn against Nina for her actions. The bond between Nina and Willow as mother and daughter is likely to shatter, especially with Nina facing potential prison time for her involvement in the drugging scheme. Even if she avoids jail, Nina will be left feeling despondent and in need of solace. This could be the perfect opportunity to steer Nina towards a new romantic path, adding even more drama to the situation. When Rick Hurst, made his return to Port Charles, it seemed like the storyline might explore a love triangle involving Nina, Rick, and Ava Jerome, Maura West. Although that plot didn't materialize, the opportunity to revisit it still exists. Years ago, Nina and Rick were married, but she later discovered his deceitful intentions to access her wealth and his affair with her mother, Madeleine Reeves, Donna Mills. However, given the time that has passed, Nina may no longer be resentful, especially since Rick could emerge as an unexpected romantic interest, and she called him back to Port Charles. Currently, Rick is in a relationship with Ava, but their bond may face challenges once their blackmail scheme inevitably unravels. After Ava and Rick's fallout, the universe may conspire to bring Rick and Nina together, leading to a potential rekindling of Nina's rivalry with Ava and causing quite a stir. Nina often undermines her own happiness, so if she starts to develop feelings for Rick amidst her chaotic life, it could complicate matters even further. No one would be surprised to see Rick and Nina reunite romantically. According to upcoming spoilers for the ABC soap, Nina is in for a tough time ahead, so keep an eye out for the challenges that await her. General Hospital spoilers promise the drama is far from over for Nina Reeves, as an unexpected turn shakes her to the core and opens the door to a romance no one in Port Charles saw coming. After months of loss, betrayal, and isolation, Nina is on the brink of transformation, and her journey is about to become one of the most surprising arcs the soap has delivered in years. Having burned bridges with Willow, Sunny, Carly, Michael, and even Ava, Nina finds herself alone and drowning in regret. But the very isolation that once threatened to destroy her may now be what frees her to discover something real, something completely unexpected that could change everything she thought she knew about love, redemption, and loyalty. It begins quietly, with Nina spiraling emotionally after being pushed out of Crimson. The magazine she built from the ground up has become yet another casualty in the aftermath of her SEC whistleblowing bombshell. And with Drew and Carly walking free while she remains the town pariah, Nina wonders aloud if she'll ever truly be forgiven. Her daughter Willow continues to keep her at arm's length, making it clear that forgiveness, if it ever comes, will be on her terms and her timeline. And Sunny? He's moved on, or at least trying to, with Ava, leaving Nina to wonder if she's fated to spend her future watching the people she once loved flourish without her. But just when Nina believes she's hit rock bottom, fate throws her into the orbit of someone she never imagined would become her confidant, let alone her potential partner. Enter Valentine Casadolin. The same man who once broke her heart is suddenly the only one willing to hear her out. They reconnect after a chance encounter at the Metro Court, where Nina's strained attempt to enjoy dinner alone is interrupted by Valentine, who invites her to join him for a drink. What starts as polite small talk gradually evolves into an emotionally charged and vulnerable conversation, where both admit they feel like outsiders in a town that seems to have moved on without them. Valentine is reeling from Anna's disappearance and presumed death, carrying guilt over secrets he never got to confess, and Nina is still processing her downfall and the damage she caused by trying to do the right thing in all the wrong ways. Their shared pain leads to something deeper, a mutual understanding and a spark that had long been buried under years of betrayal and bitterness. Valentine reminds Nina that she is not the villain everyone has painted her to be, and Nina listens as Valentine describes how he's haunted by the role he played in so many lives unraveling. The chemistry is undeniable, but both are careful. They've hurt each other before. They've both made terrible choices. Yet there's something freeing about being able to say all the wrong things to someone who already knows every awful truth, and still chooses to stay. As their late-night drinks turn into morning walks through the park, Port Charles begins to buzz with speculation. Maxie notices the shift in Nina's mood. She's lighter, laughing more, dressing up again. Curtis spots Valentine and Nina at the Savoy, sitting a little too close. Even Willow, ever guarded, begins to suspect something's changed. When she spots her mother chatting with Valentina GH, her brow furrows, and while she keeps her thoughts to herself, there's an unmistakable flicker of unease. She doesn't know what it means yet, but she knows it's new. Still, for Nina and Valentine, their reunion is not about the optics. It's about survival. They are two broken people trying to piece themselves back together, and in the process, they're finding a strange and soothing solace in each other. But Port Charles is never quiet for long, and what begins as comfort soon faces outside interference. Ava, protective of her growing connection with Sunny, warns Nina that getting involved with Valentine, especially now, is dangerous. She reminds Nina that Valentine is unpredictable, possibly still entangled in the dark remnants of the Casadine legacy. But Nina fires back that Ava's no stranger to dangerous men herself, and perhaps it's time they all stopped pretending they were innocent. But Valentine has secrets, ones that could derail his tentative future with Nina. While he's opening up to her emotionally, he hasn't told her everything. He's still tied to the mysterious organization responsible for Anna's disappearance, and his involvement is deeper than he admits. As he's pulled deeper into a new threat tied to the WSB, Valentine faces a choice: keep Nina in the dark to protect her or risk losing her by telling her everything. The weight of the decision gnaws at him as he falls deeper into something real with Nina, something he didn't expect to feel again. Not after everything that happened with Anna. Meanwhile, Nina receives a surprise visit from Martin Gray, who delivers news that sends her reeling. Her SEC case is being quietly reopened after a new whistleblower emerged, someone claiming they were pressured to remain silent when Nina first tipped off the feds. Nina is stunned. She thought this chapter was behind her. But now, not only could she face renewed legal consequences, her already fractured relationship with Sunny could erupt into full-on war. And that's not the only fallout. This new development puts Valentine under scrutiny again, since the whistleblower's claims link back to a file that was once stored on his personal server. As the tension builds, Nina and Valentine's relationship teeters between passion and peril. They share a tender night at the Quartermain boathouse, where they allow themselves to be honest and vulnerable without the judgment of others. Valentine tells Nina she's one of the few people in his life he doesn't have to lie to, and for Nina, that's more valuable than any public redemption. She kisses him with a mix of gratitude and fear, knowing full well that the outside world won't be kind if they find out what they've become to each other. But the news eventually breaks, and it breaks hard. Brooke Lynn overhears a conversation and leaks it to Chase, who casually mentions it in front of Carly at Bobby's diner. Carly's reaction is swift and sharp. She confronts Nina in front of a packed GH cafeteria, warning her to stay away from Valentine before more people get hurt. Nina defends herself, insisting that whatever she and Valentine have is between them, but the damage is done. The confrontation is caught on camera, and within hours, Port Charles is ablaze with gossip. Willow confronts her mother in private. She doesn't yell. She doesn't even cry. She simply says, "I don't know who you are anymore," and walks away. For Nina, that moment is the deepest cut. Valentine tries to comfort her, but she begins to pull away, terrified that her presence will only ruin what's left of his life. But Valentine, perhaps for the first time in a long time, doesn't run. He tells her they've both done unforgivable things, but that doesn't mean they're unlovable. And in a bold move that surprises even Nina, he asks her to come with him, to leave town, just for a little while. To breathe, to think, to see who they really are outside of Port Charles. Nina hesitates, torn between everything she's lost and everything she still wants. But in the end, she says yes. And just like that, Nina Reeves and Valentine Casadine disappear into the night, leaving behind the city that broke them, perhaps to rediscover who they are, and maybe, just maybe, to rebuild something that might resemble hope. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.